Hey, how's it going, folks? Ed Sorbo here, Lindemann Engineering. I got a phone call from the guys at motorcycledaily.com asking if I'd like to go on a long flight to Eastern Creek, Australia, and ride on my 60th racetrack on the new Yamaha R1 and R1M. And I said, okay. So we had a chance to be on the track a few times already. We rode the R1s first for 3 sessions, and currently we're doing the R1M for 3 more sessions. So when you hear some wicked whistling noise in a little bit, that's the other group going by on the front straightaway. It's been about 10 years since I rode a big bike, and it was Kim Nakashima's R1 back at Hawaii Raceway Park on the short course, 3/4 mile per lap. And that bike was a wheelie monster there. So this bike has a lot of similarities. You definitely know you're still on an R1, but the biggest thing, the most fantastic, mind-blowing thing for me is just how much this bike is covering your backside. So, you know, it's a track you've never been on, and you're an old guy like me, and you're not feeling your best in the morning, and so you're kind of coasting through some of the corners and adjusting your line and like, oh, I was supposed to turn left over there. And nothing bad happens at all. The bike stays on line. It's constantly telling you what's going on. Perfect example is a bump in the middle of really fast turn 1 here, 4th gear. I'm in there coasting, and I can feel that there's a bump. I know that there's a bump. I can tell the suspension move, but I don't move offline. It doesn't scare me at all. It causes no problem. To the point where I'm like, oh, I'm looking forward to that bump again in a lap. There they go. That's pinned in 6th gear, downhill front straightaway. And when the velocity stacks open up, this bike has long velocity stacks at low speed, and then they move and become short velocity stacks. You can really hear the sound of the bike. It has a really wicked, powerful growl. And the exhaust note is there on the right side down low. You can hear that too. The bike is just fun to ride in all categories. There's a million gizmos, and I was really worried, what mode should I put it in and how much traction control do I want? Wham! But I just went with the presets. They have A, B, C, D. D is the rain mode, and A is the most power mode. And it just freaking works. You don't have to worry about it. You can fine tune it later on if you want to. It's easy. Push a couple buttons. The screen is simple to follow. The gear counter shows you in big, bold letters where you are, making it really simple. Like I said, we're currently riding the M1, so I love the R1. It was just awesome. We're on DOT tires, Bridgestone tires, by the way, and they've brought in technology from MotoGP, specifically your tire contact packs. You want it to be a big oval, right? Well, the center of that oval folds in, and the rubber's not touching the ground. Bridgestone has a way to measure that, and they've come up with a belt that keeps that from happening so that your contact patch, instead of being a circle or a donut, is a full oval. I can't tell a difference from the DOT to the slick. They feel and turn and act the same way. They just have a ton of grip. Back to the traction control stuff. The only thing that I can feel is that it's controlling wheelies. I come out of the corner, I whack the gas, it doesn't flip the bike over backwards. The TC and the spin control, whatever it's doing it without me being aware of it, unless I was in D mode, nanny mode. Then the bike feels like a kind of heavy 600, but it's a great way to learn a new track. Stay tuned to motorcycledaily.com to see the full story and really cool pictures, including pictures of the titanium fracture split rods. How trick is that? And my final opinion on the M1, which I get to ride one more time. Aloha.